2020 has been a major turning point in my life. I've found YouTube success. I'm monetized now. This is my actual job, my career. And, a lot of other things have happened this year as well that have shaped me into the person that I am right now and made this success possible. But all of that started when I read this book right here. Okay, it's called The Last Law of Attraction Book You'll Ever Need to Read. And, if you've been following my channel for the past few months, this isn't the first time you've heard of this book. And if you didn't notice, I have a bookmark in here because I'm actually reading the book again for a second time because it was that powerful and it made that much of a change in my life. That right there, when I chose to start reading this book back in January of this year, that's when everything began to change for me. That's when everything began to accelerate for me. Now, I would definitely recommend that everyone watching this go and get that book. It's one of the best investments you can ever make in yourself. I promise you that. And I'll have a link in the description if you're interested. The main thing that this book taught me is the power of gratitude. Okay, gratitude is the key to manifesting your desires. And it seems so intuitive. It makes so much sense when you say it. Like, be thankful for the things that you already have, and you'll get more of those things, or even better things. But, obviously, whenever you first start learning about the law of attraction, at least in my case, I was thinking more about, okay, what can I get? How can I add to my life with the law of attraction? How can I make my life better? And those are normal thoughts to have and healthy thoughts to have. But you also need to pay attention to the source of those thoughts. Do those thoughts come from a place of abundance or a place of scarcity? You have to check yourself and really figure out where your mind is when you're thinking these thoughts, your subconscious mind. The thoughts going on in the background of your mind that you may not know are actually there. The feeling of gratitude can generally be associated with an abundance mindset. And what you have to understand is that abundance attracts more abundance. That's why, if you've ever noticed that once you become successful in something, all of a sudden you find more and more success at that thing. And the reason why is because you begin to develop that abundance mindset that you may not have had before. This is something that I've definitely noticed on my YouTube journey, and I'll get into that later. But understand that the abundance mindset is powered by gratitude. You need to express gratitude for the things that you have. Because yes, while, I'm sure there are things that you wish you had in your life to improve your life can always get better, no matter what you have. I don't care if you're the richest man in the world, and you have everything that you think you want. If you have a lack mindset, it'll never be enough for you. And this is why I always say money cannot buy happiness. It can only rent happiness. Because when you get money, or you get followers, subscribers, and all of that, and you have a lack mindset, it's not going to matter. You're still going to be mentally and spiritually broke. You're never going to feel full and complete within yourself. And you're never going to be truly happy and satisfied with where you are in life. This is why it's very important to, have that abundance mindset. That way you can really feel that happiness right now for what you have. If you're watching this video, you have technology. You have access to technology. Not everyone has that. Believe it or not, there are people out there that do not have access to technology. So, you should be thankful. Be thankful that you have access to technology and you have access to this information. Because if you can watch this video, you can be a millionaire. It's as simple as that. If you have access to technology and you can watch videos like this, you can be a millionaire. You can do whatever you want to do using the internet. You can literally talk to a camera like I'm doing right now and get paid for it. And, sometimes it's hard to process for me that that's what I do now. But at the same time, I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. And that's something that I make it a point to do, because being grateful has gotten me very far and it's allowed me to enjoy the process. Now, as I said, gratitude is the driving force behind an abundance mindset. And the reason why that is because when you have gratitude, you are rewiring your subconscious mind. You're rewiring the thoughts that go on in the background of your mind, the ones that determine, most of the actions that you take. A lot of the time, when you act on something, you're acting on a subconscious thought, not a conscious thought. This is where you get intuition and gut feelings from. This is when you find yourself at the right place at the right time, or the wrong place at the wrong time. It's all in your subconscious mind, and it stems from your subconscious thoughts and beliefs and feelings. Your subconscious mind is extremely, extremely powerful. Think about when you're dreaming. When you dream, what your dreams are is basically your subconscious mind playing itself out for you to see. So when you start having very weird dreams, that's a sign that, you need to check your subconscious mind, because you have some very weird thoughts going on in your head. And if you don't check them, you might start to see this leak into your physical reality. And, this is something that I always say, but life is basically a dream. Life is a dream. It works the same way. The only difference is that things are less extreme on the physical realm, and, there's a time delay. Whereas in a dream, if you have a subconscious thought, it pops in your reality just like that. But, you should be very thankful that that's not the case in real life, because, that would be very, very scary and unsettling. Some of the things that we think about in the background of our minds that we're not aware of, popping into our reality as soon as we think them. You wouldn't want that. This is where the saying, as within, so without comes from, is, it all starts in your mind. Your thoughts are very, very powerful. And like I said in other videos, I'm living proof of this. I've literally thought my way, spoken my way, and worked my way to where I am right now. You can sit there and work all you want, but if your mind isn't in the right place, if you have that lack mindset, you're either not going to get to where you're trying to go, or you're going to get there and it won't be enough for you. And you're going to hate the journey. You're going to hate the process. And what you have to understand is that there is no end to the journey. The journey keeps going. Your only destination in life is death. You have to learn to love the process. Love the process. That's something that I really struggled with when I was starting off with YouTube. And I'm sure a lot of people relate to that. There are times when you're spending a lot of time working at this and you're not seeing the results that you want. I had to develop that abundance mindset in order to see the growth that I'm seeing right now. And like I said, this book right here, The Last Law of Attraction book you'll ever need to read, this book is the book that changed my mindset. This is the book that helped me adopt that abundance mindset and learn to, find gratitude. Find gratitude within each and every day for the things that I already have. At the time when I got this book, I probably had around 600 subscribers on YouTube maximum. Okay, around 600 subscribers. And, I was definitely lost in life. Like, I felt like I wasn't growing at the rate that I wanted to grow at, even though I hadn't even been doing YouTube for like a year. And, I hadn't seen the growth that I envisioned in my head, because, I was so used to that instant gratification from social media and all of these other things that I wasn't really mentally prepared for the journey. I wasn't prepared to accept the journey and enjoy the journey. And basically I ended up back in a depressed state, and it was probably even worse than before. I was like suicidal. And a lot of that came from a lack mindset. I just had a lack mindset. I was struggling with dating. I was struggling with, YouTube. I was working at a job that I didn't like. And I was basically miserable. I was miserable on the inside, and I was trying to project an image of being, fine, being happy on the outside. And I was suppressing all of my feelings. And that's very bad to do, especially when you're trying to do something big in life. Because now, since you're keeping everything inside, you're only generating these thought cycles of negativity in your subconscious mind, and it's just going to manifest itself more and more and more, and that's why once I started to express myself through YouTube, it basically killed two birds with one stone, because I was able to get those thoughts out of my mind and, express myself and also build a following at the same time. One thing you need to understand is that when you're trying to manifest something, you are trying to manifest a feeling, not a thing. Okay, you don't actually want a girlfriend. You don't actually want a house, a car. You want the feeling that those things will provide you. Love, security, independence. Those are the feelings that you want. So allow yourself to feel those feelings now, because when you feel that way from within subconsciously, you rewire your brain to feel that way. That's when you'll start to see it in your outer world, as within, so without. And one thing that I did personally after I read this book and I learned about the power of gratitude is I went and got a gratitude journal. And before I read that book, I thought that gratitude journals and things like that were kind of corny, if I'm being honest. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. And I think I got my first gratitude journal in May. And literally that month, I had a video get more views than any other video I've ever gotten. And that was the video that got me monetized and basically catapulted me into the position that I'm in right now, which was my 30-day NoFap video. And of course, I'm a results-driven person, so when I started to see growth, I continued to do this. I continued to, write in that gratitude journal every single day. So, this is something that I've stuck to, and you can see since May my growth on YouTube. Anyone who's been following me since May has seen my growth on YouTube. The reason why gratitude is so powerful amongst all other feelings is that out of all the feelings that we're trying to manifest, gratitude is the main one that we're trying to manifest. No matter what you want, no matter what it is you want to be grateful. That's the feeling that you want at the end of the day. You want to feel grateful. So why not feel that feeling right now for what you already have? If you tell yourself that you're going to feel grateful when you have that thing, you'll never feel grateful because you're in a lack mindset. Like I said, even when you get that, you might feel grateful for, a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. But after that, you're going to want something more. It's never going to be enough for you. And that's why I say you need to develop that gratitude and that abundance mindset now in the process. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until next month or until you achieve the goal that you want. Feel it right now for how far you've come.